Guys, I'm not racist. Okay, wait, please do not clip me out of context. Okay,
The short is about to go crazy.
this is a mistake.
And welcome back to the most normal episode of the Softlock Cafe we have ever had. God damn it. What a logistical fucking nightmare. One, happy birthday. Yay, it's me. I did it. If you're watching this on the day it came out, it is my birthday. I am years old. I'm bouncing on it.
Sorry.
But no, so we decided that, hey, we were going to do a guest episode. And because we were doing a guest episode, we were like, hey, what if we took a break from all the politics and shit? And then, again, spoilers, a horrific lynching happened in Mississippi. And going with that, a lot of people were not covering it. So we felt morally bad to just like not record anything. So we recorded a little like just sad depression politics episode for you that's coming out on Sunday. And then we were just going to do the episode like normal with our guest. However, because nothing could ever be fucking easy, as it's time to like, or it was like 2.5 hours before record time. I got a message from Evan. He's like, bro, my fucking power went out. And I'm like, that's crazy. Because like, it wasn't weather. I don't know. He didn't really elaborate on why it ended up going out, but his power was just out. And Oath could only record until 4. And so, Evan hits me up at like 6. He's like, hey, my power's back. Let's record. And it felt weird to talk about like the normal like tech and like pop culture stuff that like we would normally talk about without Oath being there. Because I wanted, like, if I'm talking to Evan, I wanted the focus to be on Evan and not just have him do shit that he's not versed in. So now here Oath and I are recording the normal episode. We're just going to pin on my interview with Evan after the fact. Evan did the lesson this week. It was very funny, by the way. You guys get excited for that. It's Minesweeper. So basically, okay, I don't even know why we're going through all this effort because we're going to get Raptured tomorrow and this episode's never even going to get released.
Because we're recording in hell, Monday. Motherfucker. I'm not getting raptured. I'm if they come for me, I'm telling them to go to the next door. I'm specifically refusing the rapture.
Again, so I have a couple thoughts on the rapture, right? Because either it is one, people that like actually live good lives and do godly things, even, you know, despite not being godly, are going to be the ones that get raptured. So like a lot of like the left is going to get raptured, and it's going to be fucking sick. Good for them. Or all the fucking insano Christians that like bought their way into heaven do get in, and then the world we're living in is just better because we don't have to deal with fucking all the fucking psycho right-wing nut jobs. So the rapture is literally a win-win scenario.
Yeah. Either way, you're either going to heaven or you're staying away from all the creeps. But it's ironic because a lot of these people are acting like they're gonna get raptured when if you just read the Bible, it says 144,000 people are gonna get raptured, and they're pulling from everybody who ever lived because based on the Bible's logic, the people who are dead are sleeping, waiting for the rapture. So we're not just pulling from the 8-9 Billy we got on the planet right now. We're also pulling from the Billies that are in the ground. And like the idea that any of these freaks think that they're going to be part of that 144 is abundantly funny to me.
So it did say in the rapture that like you're going to get like sucked up like naked, right? So are we shaving for the rapture? Or are we just like going up bush first?
Honestly, I think I need every inch I can get. I gotta shave. I don't want to present. I don't want to present my tour to Jesus Christ. You know, he did make it though. So does he care? I don't know. You know what? Do we want to look our best for Jesus? Would Jesus want us to look our best for him? No, probably not. He'd want us to look our best for ourselves.
Yeah, I would say, isn't your best just how you see yourself anyway?
I don't know. Because the Bible's very confusing about what the best actually means. You know what I mean? It has varying definitions of that. Other than, like, unless you're Jesus Christ himself. Now, that guy, he the best. He the best, bro.
Mr. Christ of Nazareth.
Mr. Christ, you're the best, bro. I got 2 tickets to the rapture. I'm giving them both away. I'm giving them to Lil Yachty, and I'm giving it to Lil Durk. They can both go on my dime. Let them in, Jesus. Let me stay here, let them in. Because let me tell you, if heaven needs one thing, it's the walk.
Mute my audio there. I had a fucking YouTube video start playing.
God willing, your desktop audio is muted.
My Discord audio is muted, which is the one that's important. But my Chrome audio is not muted.
Yes.
Okay, that's why fucking, all right, listen. I'm getting tired of technology and robots. They're getting too fucking, like, they're getting too feeling themselves a little lately. Went to fucking get some groceries yesterday. I went to the fucking self-checkout. And I had Kash for like the first time ever. And I had like 5 ones and a 5. So I was like, sick. I just put it in there. That bitch spat that shit out on the ground. It went, pfft, and my fucking money like flew around. I was like,
Ooh.
what the fuck did he say fuck me for? So then I had to feed it to him one by one like the dirty little whore that he was.
Did you call it a
Slap his ass
clanker?
little bit. I never in my life had wanted to more. I get why people do it now.
It's okay. It's a robot.
Dude, I fucking, yeah. And then the fucking, the like lady watching the self-checkout, she comes over, she's like, is everything okay over here? Because I had made like, I was like, what was that? Like type noise. And she was like, are you guys doing okay? I was like, yeah, we're fine. And then I had 10 cash and I had paid like the rest with card. And I went to go swipe the card and it started like flashing yellow at me. It was like, please get cashier help. I was like, God damn it. She just asked if everything's okay. I told her, yeah, we're fine. And now I have to be like, hey, bestie, I don't know why it's fucking mad at me.
It's all right. She literally only gets paid to help with shit like that. like this is the best part of her day is not having to stalk something.
Having to come fucking watch my dumbass need help not once but twice on self-checkout.
Listen, the drama that happens is the only way you can get through the day at jobs like those, you know? You gotta take advantage of the bullshit.
Any bullshit going on in your life lately?
Well, I did have like a significant drive recently, and there's always this thing that comes with me driving for a long time, and is that I don't really like doing it. When I was in school, I would drive like 3 hours every month back to here where I currently am to go see my parents, and like just back and forth to college. They wanted me to see them, and I was like, fine. I never really wanted to do it, but I just did it because my parents wanted to see me, and it was like, whatever, you know. I was trying to have a happy family or whatever. And I have not done it in forever, but I had to drive like 3 hours total, like an hour and a half both ways, to Winston-Salem, which is like a pretty old town. It's where a lot of the veteran affairs stuff is on the west side of North Carolina, so you're seeing a lot of that out there. But I was going out there to pick up this fight stick here from the Facebook Marketplace, because I'm a marketplace magician. I like to get my deals. I'm a deal guy. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, I got a nice little deal. I would say we got it for like not quite 50%, but about 35 off, which is nice to see, you know, do the math.
Oh, yeah.
And but on the way back, it was dark, and I almost like fell asleep like twice. But I like what I ended up having to do is I turned my AC on full blast, put both of them cranked right at my eyes, and then I just like opened my eyes and was letting the cold air buffet me. And I got home like fine. I didn't nod off anymore, but damn, were my eyes so dry. They were like the driest they've ever been. So I got home. I hit the Roto, #sponsored. Hit me up if you need that, because I love Roto. I'll die on that hill. Roto is the best eye drop, bar none. They make you feel like you got new eyes in your skull. Oh my God. Have you
Never
tried?
been clear, never been more moist.
No, you don't understand though. Like legitimately, have you ever tried the Roto before in your life?
I've literally never had to use eye drops for any reason ever.
Roto's crazy. And it must be nice to not have chronic dry eyes, but also I smoke a lot of weed, so it makes sense. It gets there. The truth reveals itself.
Another score for only being a mild alcoholic.
Yeah. That was my Saturday. Sunday was great. Watched football, beat your ass in fantasy. Things were great.
Dude. So shout out the Bengals for losing in the widest point differential in franchise history. And what was crazy is Carolina beat the piss out of the Falcons 30-0. The Bengals lost worse. We lost by 38.
It was our first shutout in 5 years since Cam Newton played with us, and I was very happy. It was a good day for me.
I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You could say the Bengals are handling the loss of Joe Burrow pretty well.
Well, it's crazy because I just heard all week how good Jake Browning was. And then, like, Jake Browning goes out there, and I think he threw, like, 7 interceptions in the first quarter. So
I don't know if it's quite that high.
I am exaggerating.
He threw 2 pick sixes. Must be fucking, because, like, Minnesota also on their backup quarterback. Must be nice when you have both backup quarterbacks throwing for your team.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Because it wasn't J.J. McCarthy out, though, or was he playing? I don't know if you watched the game at all.
I did not watch the game, no.
Got you. So JJ McCarthy is out right now. If he was out last week, then y'all got beat that bad. Not that the quarterback had much to do with it, considering you guys got beat by the defense, but yeah, it's I mean, they did also drop 41 on your head, so you might have got dropped 41 on your head by a backup, which is crazy.
They dropped 48 on our head. Don't worry.
Oh, they dropped 48. I didn't even see.
We lost by 38. Yeah,
that's wild. You lost by 38, man.
Yeah,
I thought it was like 41-3. Was what the final score was? 48 to
48-10.
Ah, they got it. Okay, 2 scores at the end.
Yeah.
No, that's valid. That's valid. But I mean, fantasy's looking to be pretty good. I think after this, I'll be like top 3 in the league, and Z will be bottom 2, unfortunately. But it is what it is. You know?
It's crazy. I'm not bottom 1. I've been some hot ass. We got our 5th injury of the season. Don't worry. Mike Evans for Tampa Bay also went out. And then Saquon Barkley putting up numbers we exactly expected him to. 9 points this week.
Is this the wrong time to tell you that Lamar Jackson just threw a 14-yard pass to Mark Andrews for a touchdown? Is this the wrong time to tell you that?
Starting the night, I was up by 12 points. And I was like, easy. I just need the combination of Lamar Jackson and Jahmyr Gibbs, who have a projected 43 points between the two of them, to not score 12 total points. Surely we got this locked up.
The thing is it was done in the first drive. Jahmyr Gibbs had a touchdown the first drive, and he had 10 points. Like it was over immediately before Lamar even touched it.
Yeah,
which is it's messed up for you, but you wanted to put a bet on it a couple weeks ago. You backed off very quickly.
Yeah, because I lost 4 fucking players in 2 weeks.
I didn't hear nothing about a bet this week, Chad. All that confidence gone. You thought you had a better roster than me.
my full fucking health roster fucking beats anyone's ass.
Yeah, but before game 1 of the NFL season, the Panthers are going to the Super Bowl, you know? They got the best record in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like,
this is true.
Your team is based on how they perform, not based on what their hypothetical is, but that's been like every other year for me. You've taken my place this year, because last year I had like Christian McCaffrey was out after week 1, or like on week 1 for like 6 to 7 weeks. So like my fantasy last season was screwed immediately, and then the dude who drafted fucking Christian McCaffrey this year is like putting up 170 points this week. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. The fantasy's going crazy. That's this week's fantasy update.
I guess I'm just ungrateful. Like some other motherfuckers I know. Oh my god. So I was playing D&D, right? Because I play D&D on Tuesdays with a group. The long and short of it is I'm a cleric, and I have we have a fighter on our team who's always bitching that I'm not healing him. In 5th ed D&D, healing sucks ass. You are like more accomplishing your goal if you're just hitting people and getting their health down. It's like more cost effective than healing your own people back up. Because like if you're getting hit for fucking 30 every turn, me healing you for like 25 isn't gonna fucking do anything. And so as long as you're at 1, it's functionally the same as you being at full health, right? And I will keep my people at 1, but I'm not gonna keep you fucking topped up. And I have a fighter who gets pissy that I don't keep him topped up. So I went over. I found this fucking incredibly broken ass custom spell that Richard has in the compendium for some reason. That for the next 10 minutes, he cannot drop below 1 health. I have gifted this man immortality for 10 minutes. And his response was, "You really come up with creative ways to not heal me, huh?" And I was like, "I will kill you myself. Sorry, immortality's not enough for you. My bad." Here I was thinking I was being helpful. I guess I'll go fuck myself.
It's like when the volume's on 14 versus 15 and you can't watch TV till the ticker goes up 1. Bro's got to just reconcile that within himself at that point.
Yeah, I was so bad.
It's actually really funny, but it must be nice to have a D&D group at least. Shit, we fucking can't get ours off the fucking ground.
Bro, I'm telling you. What is it? October 12th is going to go crazy.
October 6th meeting comes along. They're like, "Sorry, guys." Well,
because we were supposed to meet the 27th. The 27th. But fucking, we have 2 people in fucking Spain for Minesweeper Worlds. More on that in the interview.
Or they could just fucking, I don't know,
hop in from Spain.
I don't know. Figure it out, man.
So you played any good games lately? Fucking, I don't know. This week's Sweet Deal Saturday was fucking ass. Both of the games from Epic were ass. So I fucking sorted by Steam new and found specifically for you, there was a game called The Tale of Oath.
Oh wow!
It was like some student game about like you were like some weird like cyberpunky wizard who worked for the Citadel, and I was like trying to like help some druids, and I had to like relearn like druid spells and like find my like reconnection with nature or some shit. It was a student game for sure. It was a fun little like 45 minutes, but I don't know. I need something good to play lately. What you got for us?
Man, that's crazy. I didn't know that they adapted my K-hole rip, but glad we made it out of that one.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of a double header for you this week. The main game is going to be this new game, which is a 3D Vampire Survivors is really the best way to describe it, but it's called Mega Bonk. It's got a lot of characters in it, like just like Vampire Survivors. You got like 15 to 20 characters on launch that you can choose from. There's a lot of different builds, but you basically run around a level, like a bunch of different levels, and you can like level up your movement speed. You've got like a little, you can like ride on your weapon. So like if you're a knight, you have a sword, you can hop on your sword like a hoverboard and slide around that shit through the level. There's a lot of really cool like movement options. There's a lot of really cool like attacking options. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can go, a lot of different synergies. These kind of games are like crack to me, and a lot of the streamers are currently eating it up. I think Squeaks played it today. Moon was on it yesterday. So there a lot of variety game streamers are hitting it. I assume it's on Chiblee and NL's radar at this point. So I assume in the next, I literally guarantee tomorrow NL's booting it up into Mega Bonk just to start the stream. I'm calling it now. It'll be Tuesday, right before the Rapture. He'll boot up some Mega Bonk.
Getting Raptured while playing Mega Bonk.
He'd be one of the ones. He's in the 144 for sure. But my other one was Baby Steps. It's the Benefati game. It comes out tomorrow, and by tomorrow I mean the 23rd of September, which is whatever day that is from now.
It came out 2 days ago.
Yeah, Baby Steps is super cool. It is a QWOP, like a 3D QWOP, like is how I would describe it. You basically are a guy, you walk around, you have to alternate L2 and R2 if you're like walking at a standard clip, and you like fall on your face if you don't, L2 R2 like you're stepping. So it's one of those chore games that Ludwig is going to play and get like 2 billion views on, and I'm going to play it and 0 people are going to watch, and I'm going to tilt off the planet. But it's going to be really fun. So tune into the Oath stream if you're interested in watching some Baby Steps.
Speaking of games we played to no viewers, that was fucking ass. The Skate demo, or like early access, is some hot ass. Yeah, I did not have a good time with it.
It was like a Skate game for sure, but unfortunately it was lacking a lot of the features that made Skate fun for me, like the Hall of Meat stuff. Like
literally the only thing you could do in the demo is like, oh, do this challenge to unlock more stuff in the shop, to unlock new challenges, to unlock new stuff in the shop. And I was like, who cares?
Yeah, for sure. If you don't like it's gonna be a lot of like people who are into skate culture playing, and then hopefully like when the game actually drops, they're able to kind of recapture some of the audience that tried it right now, because I think they hit 100K concurrent on Steam the other day, which I think is a lot of drops on Twitch, plus just like people wanting to try it out, because I mean, in 2025, you get a free game come across your desk, you're probably going to boot it up for a little bit, In this economy, who says no?
Me, literally every Friday and Saturday. Or Saturday.
Yeah. I would say overall, though, if you're into skating and skating culture, like, that's your shit, though. I wouldn't call it necessarily bad, but I would say it's certainly not our cup of tea by any means.
You know what I would call bad, though? Being on the Epstein list is what I would call that pretty bad. Fucking shout out the boys across the pond.
Wow, they did it.
They're no strangers to trolling Trump. Last time he was over there, they were the ones they did like the big like fucking like Trump baby balloon. But we had 2 banger ass baller ass Epstein Trump trolls from England. One, they just projected like pictures and video of Trump and Epstein onto Windsor Castle, which I believe Trump is staying at Windsor Castle, right? Yeah, so they're just like projecting it onto the fucking castle based. And then there was another group where like on the courtyard, they had like a really big fucking picture. Yeah, go ahead and throw it up.
It's like the biggest canvas I've ever seen in my life. Genuinely, never seen a canvas bigger than this. It took up the whole lawn, basically. The vertical was like the driveway up, and literally from the entrance to the driveway to like 60% of the way down, it was fucking canvas, dude. It was crazy.
One of my favorite like things I'd seen from this is it was the Onion article. It was like Trump spends entire England trip trying to figure out where he knows Prince Andrew from.
I can't quite put my finger on it. Did I see you last Tuesday? Like, he tries to do the accent the whole time, but it doesn't quite work. He just can't quite
Tuesday in it.
It's Tuesday in it. Like a Trump plus. I don't know. It's hard to modify an accent, but you get it.
Bottle of water.
Bottle of water. The greatest bottle of water. I love Peaky Blinders. I see. I lost it. Like, as soon as I said the P, I brought out the P. The P syllable fucked me. But yeah, that's not the only Epstein Watch update we have for you. Oh no. This past week, Kash Patel did also have a congressional hearing where he was talking about a whole host of nonsense that he's been up to. But the big Epstein Watch update is that apparently he is unwilling to both say that Trump is on the files and is just running as much interference as he possibly can. Like, there was a picture that came out. He was like writing affirmations to himself on his little notepad in the middle of the hearing, like, great confrontation with Swalwell, really holding my ground, like showing the libs what's up, like shit like that on his little notepad, where he was like trying to really make sure that he stayed in good spirits while he was like actively destroying the country. Like, it really put into perspective how these guys are like doing it with a smile, man. And like, there is no like depths to the depravity that these people are willing to defend Trump for. As long as he gives them some perceived notion of supremacy, they will do anything for this man, including excusing pedophilia.
And fucking, like, the Kash, it's so fucking, because they were like, it's like, so is there a client list? He was like, well, you know, I like, nothing that I saw in the files. Like, have you read the files? He was like, well, no, I haven't read the files. I was like, what do you mean you haven't read the files? You're the guy who needs to read the files. You are the director of the FBI. If anyone should know what's in these files, it is you, motherfucker. What do you mean you haven't read the goddamn files yet?
Well, remember, he still doesn't know the files exist yet, so someone has to tell him so he can start reading those.
Someone needs to teach him to read so he can learn how to read those.
Kash Patel? Oh, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say, but hey, fuck it. Not crazier than what I said in the brunch episode, so...
So true. Spicy little brunch.
All right, and now it's time for the Evan Gao interview with Notice the Z. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you got this far in. Leave a comment. What's your favorite part of the interview? And we'll see you at the end of the episode. Thank you. Later.
Alrighty, and then joining me for my birthday episode. Thanks, Evan, for coming on as the birthday. It is
Happy
the one,
birthday.
the only Evan_Gao. What's up, gamer?
Hello. I'm so glad to be, what is this, the first guest outside of Yegog?
This is true. You are the first official guest.
I'm honored. Yeah. And happy birthday. Wait, how old are you turning?
Old.
we don't need them to know. You're still,
I will be 29 today when this drops.
Oh, perfect. Still early 20s for another year. That's great.
Exactly. Early 20s. You know, got my whole life ahead of me.
Mm-hmm. A
spring chicken. How are you? How you been?
I have been better. Let me tell you. I know we're gonna talk about it more in this episode, but about like 2 months ago, I got banned off of Twitch, so that's been really fun.
I can't imagine anyone. Like, I can't imagine like how that would negatively impact anyone, because it doesn't seem like a big part of your personality or anything.
It's not like it didn't. It was just like a thing that didn't even matter to me. But yeah, I've just been, I started a new job, which is a tutoring thing. It's a tutoring gig where I'm like one-on-one tutoring. So I have 2 jobs now. One is like a math instructor at some after school place. And then the other is like a one-on-one private tutoring thing. And together they make like a part-time job because like the hours are like not good.
Fair. Oh, so you're just like us, because the reason we do a lesson at the end of every episode is because Oath and I both work in education adjacent fields. So you also work education adjacent. Holy shit, he's here.
Dude, I fit right in.
Fit. Exactly.
Great.
Yeah,
great.
So for those who don't know, who is an Evan_Gao? How'd you get your start? What is it that you do? Why should people care?
Oh man, that's a big question, because I mean, recently I've been asking myself the same thing, trying to discover my identity, I guess. But I would say that I am no longer a Twitch streamer. I'm someone
on the up and up.
Yeah. I previously former Twitch streamer who enjoyed making content that, like, how do I describe it? I liked making, I don't like calling it leech videos because that's what everyone says it is, but like I loved making those kinds of videos, videos that appeal to a target audience filled with like inside jokes from that community.
Yeah, because I feel like the traditional leech content would be like someone would post like a Reddit video, get a reaction, get their 15 minutes of fame, and then they're done. Whereas you like literally transcended that and like you made it your brand. Like no one did the quote unquote leech content like you, and like you transformed it in a way that I do think like escapes the title.
Wow, really? Well, I appreciate that. That means a lot.
So who did you get your start with?
I got my start with Atrioc, Big A. If you don't know who he is Ludwig's friend, and he used to work at NVIDIA as a global marketing manager. Now he does like content full time. But I originally made a video for him because, like I said, he used to work at NVIDIA, and NVIDIA HQ is located in San Jose, where I live. And so I just randomly found this guy, and I was like, wait, he lives close to where I live. I could like make a video for him. And so I decided to go to his place of work and do backflips outside of it in various costumes, one of which included a maid outfit, which is like the thing that everyone stuck onto, even though I backflipped in so many different outfits, but that's the one that everyone talks about, which I think is really funny.
The maid was doing tricks on it. How can they not latch onto that?
Yeah. Everyone loves the maid outfit. Yeah. But yeah. I made a video trying to convince Atrioc to play Minesweeper with me, and that is like my origin.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
So why Minesweeper of all games?
Okay, that's another story. Back when I first started streaming, the day I first started streaming was January 1st, 2021. This was during COVID.
January 6th, 2021.
No. I have a different story for January 6th, okay?
Okay.
I'm getting to that. No, January 1st, 2021 was my first ever Twitch stream. And I originally started streaming because I wanted to stream myself collecting every single item in Terraria. Like I wanted to use it to like document my journey of doing that, because I thought it'd be a cool project to do. Yeah. Never expecting to do anything else with it. But actually streaming, like immediately the first week, I had so much fun, like way more fun than I thought I would have. Like I randomly got like a couple viewers. Like just starting off was like my IRL friends, but like I was getting like random people, which was really cool. And I wanted to, you know, meet more people to stream with, or like promote myself, you know, get my name out there. And so I was going through, I don't know if you ever had this experience, but like me starting off as a new streamer, I was joining these Discords that were like, oh, we have this whole like Twitch streaming Discord, and you can like get a role, and then like you ping everyone when you stream, and it's like very like follow for follow energy, like very like clout building. So
just because of the nature I got my start through like winning Task Manager and all that stuff, I didn't do that. I like joined like a lot of like my friends' Discords, and so like we would like all ping each other in our Discords, but I never joined a Discord specifically for that reason.
Okay.
But I can see the hustle paying off, because yeah, like Oath and I, we've talked about this a lot. Having one person to talk to versus having no one is like it's
night and day.
Changes the entire dynamic of the stream. Yeah.
Yes.
So I can definitely see the benefit of that starting out.
Yeah. But I didn't like doing that, to be honest. I was like, this is like so ineffective. Like follow for follow is never gonna work. Like you're never gonna grow doing that. But in the beginning, that's what I was doing. And one day I was just like, you know, I don't really like these like follow for follow servers. Let me just like randomly go to Atrioc server, which, mind you, I wasn't ever like the biggest Atrioc fan. I still wouldn't consider myself like a huge Atrioc fan, to be honest. I just like had seen some of his videos and thought he was funny. And
so
like
spoilers, skipping ahead. Evan influenced me in a lot of my starting out, because I ended up doing the same thing for Stans, and it was kind of similar boat. Like of like Stans, Atrioc, Cutie, Ludwig. Stans was like my third favorite, but I was like my persona. I was like, I'm Stans ride or die. I got to be the guy.
Yeah. I was randomly in Atrioc's server, and you know when people are streaming on Discord, they have like the purple play button, so that you know they're streaming. I just went through the list of names of people in the server, and clicked on the first person I could find who was streaming, just to see like, hey, let's make some friends. And as soon as I click in, it's this guy, and he's playing Minesweeper faster than I can play now. Like he was super fast, incredible speed, and I was like, first of all, I didn't know people even played Minesweeper, and second of all, I didn't know people speed ran Minesweeper. Like this is so eye opening to me. Like holy shit, there's like so many niche sub communities on Twitch. But that wasn't it, because like he like really quickly did an expert board and then went over to, he had a home gym, and he like sat down and benched more than double my body weight. And I was like, holy fuck, this guy's a Giga Chad. What?
The most aura imaginable.
I know. This is the coolest entrance to a stream I'd ever seen. And I was like, damn, I gotta know what's up. This looks awesome. So yeah, that's how I got incorporated into the Minesweeper community. The Minesweeper community back then, and still to this day, is very small. Like, back then, everyone knew each other, and everyone was in this guy's chat, and it was like 5 chatters. So I very quickly got to know everyone, and then the next day when I went back to his stream, like, everyone remembered me. And I was like, whoa, like, they actually care. That's so cool. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to start playing Minesweeper. And then that's how, it's just one guy's stream convinced me to play Minesweeper.
Fair enough. It's super chill to have like a community like that. Because I will say, you and I, we've done a Minesweeper stream before, because that was your thing, just like collecting people's like Minesweeper virginities, like Infinity Stones.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And also like half the people I hang out with are still like from the Minesweeper community.
Mm-hmm. It's great. It's the best community on Twitch. I will always say that.
I like variety streaming, but it would be nice if I could just like settle into a niche and just like find something that I enjoy, just like playing over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I did enjoy my Minesweeper time. My brain is too small for Minesweeper, I've discovered.
Yeah, I think anyone can play Minesweeper. I don't think your brain is too small. At the end of the day, it's just pattern recognition. Like, you stop thinking after a while. But we'll get into that later, because we're going to be talking about Minesweeper.
And so, yeah, so then you ended up minesweeping with that guy, ended up making videos for Atrioc, and then where did your career go from there?
Dude, it's been so... There isn't like a really good timeline of things. It was just like, I made a couple of Atrioc videos. The first one, like, that's how people like got to know me. And then I made a lot of Atrioc videos. And then I took like a huge break because of life things. I've had so many, like, throughout my streaming career, if you could even call it that, like, so many bad things have happened at inopportune times to, like, completely cut the momentum. And one of those things included me getting kicked out of my house. Like, that was, like, a huge part of, well, that, like, completely fucked the momentum. And so after that, like, I took such a huge break from streaming. Then had another, like, huge event. I was super depressed. Like, I withdrew from college to, like...
On stream,
yeah. For those of you that don't know, I withdrew from college during COVID because, like, COVID, like, Zoom University sucked ass. And I
was the same way. I had to withdraw from school as well, and then I went back and still didn't finish my degree after COVID. I dropped out second semester senior year because I like, because of COVID, I had like a awakening of just like how the world works. And I was in a what the fuck was it? It was a supply chain management class because I used to be a marketing major. And like in class, they were literally like, "Hey, if you want to start a business, you should start it in like one of these 4 states because they have less lax labor laws, so they're less likely to strike against you." And I was like, what a fucking horrific thing to teach. You could also just like not treat your employees like shit, and then your employees won't strike against you. What a concept.
I love that they're like, all right, so disregarding ethics, this is how we're going to make money.
Yeah, man. And so I was like, I can't do this. Like, I have too many morals to be able to do this. So I dropped out like literally second semester senior year.
Wow.
Yeah. So I guess one of the things I wanted to get if you're comfortable talking about it, we can cut this if you don't want to. How did S3K end up like becoming together, and how did that affect you? Because I would say you are like one of the only members of S3K still going today.
Yeah, but like not even, dude. It's so inconsistent. Like I will have periods. I'll have like months at a time where I am making content, and then now I'm like not making as much content anymore because of bad things that happened, like me getting banned off Twitch. Like it's just a constant cycle with me. But back to S3K. the story of S3K is we were all Atrioc leeches at some point. The first person to do it was SHOUTOUT. SHOUTOUT is a guy who got banned in Atrioc's chat for linking a video of D's nuts. Like, he got banned for making Atrioc watch that. And then, as a response to that, he made a video to the subreddit, like, pleading to be unbanned. And it was this very funny, like, hilarious video, and no one had really done anything like that before. And so
I believe he like dressed up as a lawyer, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That I think that was like that might have been something else. That might have been further down the line. But like, yeah, he did a lot of like funny inside jokes within the community and just really appealed to like Atrioc's audience, and you know, it got him unbanned and made into a VIP, which was like really cool.
The redemption story of a lifetime.
Indeed. And it all happened because of a D's nuts joke. It's incredible. And then the next person was this little kid called Psychic. Now, Psychic is an adult now. Yeah. He's an adult. He goes to college. He has a job. But back then, he was a 14-year-old pipsqueak. Like, his voice was so high. Like, octaves above what he is now. And he was just some random chatter that managed to gaslight Atrioc into thinking that he was like some god gamer at Fall Guys. I don't know how he convinced Atrioc of that, but Atrioc was playing Fall Guys, and then Psychic was like, "Oh, I have like 1,000 crowns in Fall Guys. Like, let me play with you." And then Atrioc got in call with this random chatter who turned out to sound like a little girl, and very quickly realized, oh, this kid doesn't actually play Fall Guys. He was just fucking around. But Psychic turned out to be hilarious, like in call, just super funny. And so like that's another member of S3K. And then I was the third person to come on.
I thought you were two for some reason. I have my timeline wrong, but I was fortunate enough to meet all of you guys at TwitchCon 2022. Psychic was the biggest surprise. He genuinely is just so funny in real life.
He is. He is. He's got humor. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then you are legendary number 3.
Yes, I did the whole Minesweeper video. That was after Psychic. Yeah.
And then number 4.
Number 4, Nag TM, the forgotten member. Dude, I feel so bad because yeah, Train Tuesday. Because like, because Nag was the 4th member, like he's not talked about as much, but like he was just some community member that we all just became friends with off. It wasn't even like any like on-stream thing. It's just like we became friends outside of the Atrioc stream, but then he decided to like, you know, make a music video for Atrioc and do like random little subreddit videos.
Okay, because yeah, that was my thing as well. I knew Nag was part of S3K. I did not know what his what he did to enter the group.
Yeah, so he didn't do anything. He didn't have like a big entrance like me, SHOUTOUT, or Psychic. He's just like more passively joined the group.
Gotcha. And then, so how did you guys decide that you needed to come together and like combine your forces?
I had, for my Minesweeper video, I had like gotten a Minesweeper collab with both SHOUTOUT and Psychic. So we had already had I already had some kind of rapport with them. And then I'm not sure exactly why or who started it, but I think like it's just natural that like, oh, we're all part of the same community, like might as well make a group because we all do the very similar things.
Yeah. And then S3K went on to be the biggest streamer organization known to man. You guys actually faced a lot of allegations after the view-botting scandal because you guys were paying for each other. Yeah,
I cannot confirm nor deny these accusations. I've been advised not to speak about that.
At one time, S3K, you guys were deemed too big to fail, and then just as time, you guys, have just all gone your separate ways.
With our 10-episode podcast, yeah.
Yeah, no, like I said, watching you guys was a huge inspiration for me, so I did the same thing for Stans. The main core was me, Lion Eagle, and Curly, and then because you guys had a 4th, we were like, well, fuck, we need to have a 4. And so we had like a little like contest on Stans' subreddit, and only 2 people submitted videos. And we were like, well, we can't just like, pick one over the other. So that's how both Jody and Truthmain got added to LSF, which was, just great for SEO. We definitely didn't fuck that one up.
No.
And then after the Big A controversy, we were like, ooh, maybe we shouldn't have our entire online identity focused around
tied to
someone else.
one person. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's when we ended up rebranding as Tier Above. And then, yeah, so I guess, was there like a decision to stop the S3K project, or was it kind of just like you all just went your separate ways and decided that like this wasn't the thing for you?
There wasn't a conscious thing of like, let's stop this. It just kind of fell apart over time. But I will say, even when we were doing it, like, we were all kids, and okay, not to talk shit about everyone, but I'm gonna talk shit about everyone. Everyone.
I was gonna later ask Packwood Pickwood who's like the best member and the worst member.
No. I'm just saying, everyone, me included, in S3K have a terrible work ethic. Like, we just like I was like trying to like plan things with everyone, and like everyone was very like lackadaisical about it, and like no one really put that much effort into it. So like S3K was always a very casual thing. It was never meant to be like, oh, we're gonna become the top of Twitch, like we're gonna do this, do that. It was like a very casual thing.
Yeah, it was just a lot of friends with mutual interest hanging out and doing content together.
Yeah,
for sure. Which I think is, when you're at our level, the best way to do it. Just making sure you're having fun and wanting to do what it is you're doing.
Dude,
because like second it starts feeling like a job, it feels like not worth doing, especially when you're not getting that sort of output.
Yes, I could speak so much to that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone says it, but it's so true. Like, you should really, if you are doing it, not even streaming, any hobby, you should treat it as a hobby and genuinely enjoy doing it rather than treating it like a job.
Right, and so then after the S3K era, I don't think there was anything, major that happened after that.
Where was I in the story? Where was I in the timeline? I was gonna say, like, yeah, there's
we're just post S3K at this point. I guess we can't talk about you and I met through Task Manager, the Stance show, which was cool. That's how you and I ended up meeting.
Yes.
Because Stance, he hosted like BTech Taskmaster, where he would tweet out tasks. And I watched episode 1. I was like, damn, I can do that shit. And then I went episode 2. And then I was like, I'm the motherfucking GOAT. No one can tell me shit. I can't wait to win episode 3.
You're him.
Literally him. And so I was like, I can't wait to win these back to back. And then this motherfucker joins episode 3. Fucking eats bugs, puts on the maid costume, is rolling down the hill in a fucking, like, with cardboard strapped to
costume.
you.
Yeah.
Just fucking absolutely, like, blows me and everyone else out of the water. I think, honestly, one of the more dominant episodes we've ever seen from anyone. It was so not close who won that episode. And then I went, like, as time was going on, I was like, not really, like, with S3K in mind, but I was like, it would be really fun if we did, like, a collab of, like, all of the recurring competitors. And so I reached out to everyone who had won an episode and the people that were in like the top 10 for points earnings. And that's how we ended up with the Avengelings.
Yes, I remember.
And we did like a cool crossover for episode 6. And that's just kind of how you and I ended up being in contacts. And I was like, damn, this guy's funny. And so we did content after that. You taught me Minesweeper. And then Mr. Can't just win Stanza's game show. Got to go win someone else's game show. What did you do next?
Dude, I love winning game shows, because after that, oh, by the way, like I for the task manager, I literally came in one episode, ate a bug sandwich, won that episode, and then didn't compete for the rest of it. I was just like, okay, I got my one win, I'm out.
Yeah, got to go out on top.
Yeah, exactly. I can't risk not getting first place again, But
yeah, that'd be embarrassing.
Hey, you won the whole thing, so
I did. I was like, after I won episode 7 and had 2 wins, because I wanted to be the first one to win 2, I literally did not really try for episodes 8, 9, and 10. I was like, because I wanted other people to be able to enjoy that experience of winning, because it was so meaningful to me. Which also, like, fucking weird citation. I got like a lot of shit for like crying on the finale, but like my grandma was literally in the process of dying, and her and I watching Task Manager was like literally one of the last things that we got to do together while she was alive. And so me ending up winning it actually was super meaningful to me. And because people were like, bro, it's a fucking internet game show, why are you crying? And I was like, bro, like, you guys don't get it. So,
yeah. I mean, these things have meaning. There's so much meaning to be found, even in silly, like, online communities. I've found so many great friends through them. Speaking of which, I competed in Ludwig's Flying Aces in, I think, 2022?
That sounds right. It was either 22 or 23.
It's either 22 or 23.
Yeah.
I think it's 22. It was 22. Yeah.
I don't know about you. Feeling 22.
Mm-hmm.
Was it before or after TwitchCon?
It was before.
Okay.
Because I remember.
So then, yeah, it was 22.
Because Witzbach was at TwitchCon.
Okay.
And so and that's how I met Witzbach. But
Okay.
Ludwig's Flying Aces was this month-long competition where, sponsored by Top Gun Maverick sponsored Ludwig to host this competition very like randomly, where like all the contestants would like submit a funny video each week. And I was, at this point in my life, I was super depressed. I'd gone back to school and I was just like having a miserable existence, like not knowing what to do with my life. And then Ludwig randomly posted this thing on Twitter like, hey, join Ludwig's Flying Aces. And the first contest, like the tryouts, if you will, was to make a thumbnail of you breaking a world record. And so I just quickly, not thinking about it, whipped up this little thing in Photoshop of like me backflipping off a cliff and then posted that, like not expecting anything. I honestly forgot about it. I forgot that I had submitted it. And then the day of the announcements of like who got in, I didn't know that was happening because I didn't care. Like I had forgotten about it at that point. And someone messaged me on Discord like, yo, Evan, you made it. And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, you made it into Ludwig's Flying Aces. And I was like, what is that? And then they're like, oh, you know, the Top Gun. And then I was like, oh, that thing. The thing I submitted.
You forgot you were him.
I forgot I was him. Yeah. But I somehow made it to the top 24, I believe. And so, yeah, I'd made it into the like actual competition. And so then I started paying attention. I was like, okay.
And now people try.
Now I need to try. Yeah. But basically every week we were tasked with making a short video, like 5-minute video, given a prompt that had something to do with like Top Gun. The first week was like break a world record. Second week was like play this stupid Google airplane game because the sponsor wanted them to do that. It's stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I went so hard for those videos. I'm actually very proud of them.
Yeah. And it culminated. What did you end up doing for the finale that led into you overall winning the episode?
The not even the finale, but the third episode, the penultimate episode, I jumped out of a plane.
Okay, that's
skydived.
penultimate. Okay, I thought that was final episode. Yeah, bro fucking threw himself out of a plane. He was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Ball.
I skydived out of a freaking plane. That's how much I wanted it. That's how much I was dedicated to the cause. And the funny thing is, the second place person, All Hail Boone, he was
also skydived
that same episode. So there's something to it, you know. We were dedicated. We were dedicated.
Yeah. And then so you end up winning. You got this awesome Top Gun PC, right?
Which I gave to my sister. It's upstairs in her room right now.
That's crazy.
I had a better computer, so I was like, I don't need this one. Yeah.
That is tough. I do remember you and we did like a head-to-head like task manager type show that I was trying to do for a little bit. And your prize that you were giving up was the PC.
Wait, what?
Or I was like, we had to like find the most expensive thing that we had.
Right,
and yours,
right.
what you put up the Top Golf thing, and I put up a fucking pinball machine that the landlord of the house that I was living in just had in the basement where I was living. And I was like, fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
And so then you talk about like all the momentum and how you've maybe or may not have like optimally capitalized. One thing that I think you did capitalize pretty well. What did you do after winning Ludwig's Flying Aces?
Yeah, so I won Ludwig's Flying Aces. Those 24 contestants whittled down to 3, and then I won the final thing. And the reward was the PC and also 1 hour of stream time on Ludwig's channel. And so I leveraged that 1 hour of stream time into a 2-week-long subathon to raise money for Child's Play, which is like they like help with children's hospitals and like providing like games and stuff to them. But yeah, I did this whole charity subathon right afterwards and raised a total of like $20,000. And big shout out to you. That was essentially, I'll say it, I think you did more than I did for that whole thing.
I do remember if you counted up like hours streamed, I was technically on the stream more than you.
Yes, I think Notice the Z actually streamed more than I did during my own subathon. But yeah, Notice the Z and I took turn. Like I was during the day, I was streaming, and then Notice Z took the night shifts.
Yeah, at like midnight your time, which was like 2 a.m. my time. I would wake up, I'd go live until you woke up, and then I also just did like a lot of like back end things. Like if I couldn't make it for some reason, making sure that we had people to fill in. And then you ended up taking like a 2-day break. I would say the only reason I ended up passing you on hours is because you took the 2-day break. So
it was more than 2 days.
Trip. Was it?
It was more than 2 days. It was like 5 days.
Okay.
I in the middle of the subathon, I literally, because I'd planned this before I'd planned the subathon to go on a trip to the Grand Canyon with my friends, and so I couldn't not do that. Yeah. And so I just decided, okay, you know what, fuck it, I'll just have people stream for me while I went on this trip. So for like almost a week, I just wasn't on my own stream. It was so funny.
I was saying, and that is the only reason I ended up passing Evan in our stream, because like when it was like we were doing it, it was like you for like 14 hours and then me for like 8 to 10. So like but yeah, and so that was a ton of fun. It's some of the most fun I've ever had streaming. Like I said, a lot of the people I met through doing that, like your modcast, a lot of them ended up being mods for me, and there are like a lot of people I do content with to this day, and it was just a really awesome experience. And we got to raise $20,000 for charity. And
I know.
I love doing charity streams as opposed to like give me money streams, because it's so much easier to do.
Yes.
I hate doing a give me money stream. That shit makes me feel so uncomfy.
I've never done a give me money subathon, and now I can't, so I'll never have the opportunity. But yeah, I do love charity streams. They're very satisfying.
So there was another pretty big break after the subathon. And then you came back in what we can call like the Minesweeper Worlds era, I guess.
Yeah, the Minesweeper Worlds era, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So tell us about that. What is Minesweeper Worlds? When is it? It's definitely not like 2 days after this video comes out.
No, definitely not. What are you
It's definitely not
about?
the impetus for us for wanting to record this.
Okay, so the Minesweeper World Championships are happening in Madrid, Spain this year, 2025, from the dates of September 27th to 28th. And this is the first time that there has been a Minesweeper World Championship since 2015. The last one was a decade ago in Vienna. And now the Minesweeper community has finally brought it back. One guy, Ralocked, there are two people, Ralocked, and someone whose name I will never be able to pronounce. It's 6 letters. RMWBCY or something. Dude, I probably butchered that. Sure. But these two people got together to create a legal entity under the Austrian government to be recognized, like Minesweeper Esports Association. There's like all this paperwork. It's all in German. It's all like very official, very cool stuff. Like we actually have an organization dedicated to Minesweeper as an esport. And then they were like, yeah, let's bring back the Minesweeper World Championships. I had known about that. I wasn't very active on Twitch during this time. A big thing that I didn't even mention, I met my ex, Witzbach, through Ludwig's Flying Aces. And Witzbach's still to this day one of my best friends. He's great, but...
I'll say, did they enter the competition as well? And that's how you guys met?
No.
Okay. How did you guys end up meeting?
Witzbach, who goes by Blake nowadays, they met me because they weren't even a Ludwig fan. They literally that day randomly decided to watch a Ludwig stream because they had heard about Ludwig. Like everyone kind of knows Ludwig, right? So like they were just in the Ludwig stream. He's Ludwig from video games. He played Among Us, and so like Blake went into the Ludwig stream and just so happened to be at the part where like I got announced as one of the contestants. And then they thought like my submission was really cool. And so they like looked me up on YouTube, found my Atrioc video, and were like, yo, this guy is hilarious. Then later that night, I was streaming because I was brainstorming ideas of like, hey guys, what should I do for the next video? That's actually where we came up with the skydiving idea. It was that night. But they just came into my stream from the Ludwig stream earlier that day. And that's how we met. Like, it is the craziest circumstances. We actually have such a cool like story of how we got to know each other.
And then, unfortunately, you did not get picked for the Mr. Beast video where you got chained to your ex for $250,000.
Dude, we would have crushed that.
I did see you fire that tweet.
We would have crushed that.
That would have been good.
But yeah. Yeah. Me and Witzbach had a great relationship, honestly. But yeah, I moved to Reno with them. I lived in Reno with them for like a year. And during that time was mega depressed. We were both really depressed. Didn't end up doing too much, but yeah. I was like in Reno for a year. Then after breaking up, went back to living at home with my parents, which is where I am now in San Jose. And about a year later, the Minesweeper World Championships. That's what's going on. I just decided one day, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll start streaming Minesweeper again. And the Minesweeper community had changed a lot since I had streamed Minesweeper. There was like a lot more people in it. And so I was like really hyped to be streaming Minesweeper again. Like I rediscovered my passion for Minesweeper through streaming. I was like, dude, there's like so many cool people. And that led us to where we are today.
How did we end up getting banned off of Twitch in the wake of our Minesweeper Worlds era?
It's so bullshit. I'm actually so pissed off about that happening. I'm still so pissed off.
Before we get into it, do you have anything to say against the white supremacist allegations?
Oh, okay. I'm not a white supremacist. I want to make that very clear. Guys, let's be so for real.
Let's be for real.
Okay?
Lock in. All right.
Lock in. White supremacy is bad, and I do not condone it. And I think if you are a white supremacist, I think you should
unalive
yourself. Can I say that? I feel like that's fine, right?
I'll put in some sort of
you can bleep it out. Yeah. I genuinely think if you hold those beliefs, like, it's kind of crazy to hold those beliefs in this day and age. You actually, like, your parents fucked up somewhere along the way. But yeah. So I got banned on Twitch for a week because one day we're talking about racism in a Minesweeper streamer's chat, and I was making a satirical comment.
Yeah. And
I can actually pull it up.
It was pretty based.
That's not the word I would use to describe it. Okay, I said, guys, I'm not racist. Okay, wait, please do not clip me out of context. Okay,
The short is about to go crazy.
This is a mistake that I shouldn't have said. But it was a satirical comment that I made. It was a very poor taste. I said, guys, I'm not racist. I just think that white people are genetically superior to all other kinds of people. Is that so bad? Which is like, I feel like that's so obviously a joke.
Yes, if you're unable to recognize that as a joke, then you're part of the problem.
You're part of the problem, yeah. But I just think it's funny I got banned for that because I'm literally Chinese. And also, like, I feel like it's very obviously a joke, but, like, you know, it's hard to discern sarcasm over text. So, like, I completely understand why I was banned for that. Should not have said that for sure. I'm not a racist again, but yeah, that was why I got banned for a week back in like March or April or something like that. And then more recently, after I did the whole Madridathon, I was chatting again, and this time I got suspended indefinitely for oh my god, it's actually so annoying what I got banned for. Okay, so someone said, hey, did you see that disabled woman he said he'd beat up on stream, referring to me? And I was in a disabled woman's stream, and I was like we constantly beef because like we're all like, oh, I could totally beat you up in real life, you know? That's like the whole joke.
Yeah.
And then so someone said that, and then I, in response to that, said, that's really funny because I did say I would beat up a disabled person yesterday, but it wasn't on stream. And that was in reference to a poker night that I had with EP Mimes. EP Mimes is another disabled streamer that I like had literally just met, like not even a week ago. I had just met them, and I was like hanging out with them making friends, teaching them poker, and we were in a poker hand, and like it was just us. It was a showdown, and we joked about like, you know what? We should settle this in a Walmart parking lot. Let's fight in real life. Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
And so it was like a joke about a poker game with someone that I like it's not like I'm threatening to beat up disabled people. I think the second ban was so unwarranted. I actually don't agree with it at all.
Yeah, because I believe it was like what, malicious hate speech or something, or violent hate speech.
Violent hate speech is what I got banned for.
Yeah,
which is like
a little
crazy.
Insane. Yeah,
it's actually crazy. Like I don't know, man. I don't feel like what I said was even like hateful in any way. I guess it's literally just because I said I would beat up a disabled person yesterday, but it wasn't on stream. Like I don't know. Like there's nothing about that in my opinion says that like I am disparaging disabled people or like want harm to them, you know.
And then you have jackasses like fucking Tectone and Asmongold that can come on and just like actually call for like, you know, like negative actions towards various minority groups, and that's fine, and they get like, you know, promoted and are like some of the best. Like,
they can say that live on stream to thousands of people and not get punished for that. And meanwhile, I'm saying this to like maybe 10 people in someone's Twitch chat. Like I'm not even, this isn't even something I said on stream. Like
thank God they're cracking down and finally getting people like you off of Twitch.
Yeah, I'm the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fucking it's absolutely insane. So this is kind of a hashtag unban Evan video as well. But mainly
it's not gonna happen. It's unfortunately it's not gonna happen. It is what it is. It's in the past now. I'm coming to terms with it.
Yeah, and so then we have I know you said you did a couple of YouTube streams and they fucking sucked because YouTube streaming is just not
it's not that they sucked, it's just that like it's not as fun because there's no like I felt like I had to start over because like no one is subbed, there's no like emotes. It's just there's a culture on Twitch.
We forgot about your other starting over that you had to do.
Wait, what are you referring to?
The fact that you deleted all of your followers on stream.
Oh my! yeah. Wow, I kind of forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you had been follow-botted, right?
Mm-hmm. This was before Flying Aces, I think. This is a funny story that I forgot about. But yeah, I was getting follow-botted one stream, and so I naturally wanted to get rid of them, and so I used this third-party website, I think it was called Commander Root or something like that, to remove you can go back in history and like ban or block people who follow within a certain time frame.
Yeah. And
so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to like get rid of everyone who had just followed in the past 2 hours because I had like 1,000 people follow me. Like obviously we're not real people.
Yeah.
And so I pressed the button to ban everyone and didn't think about it. And then later, during the stream, someone pointed out to me like, wait, Evan, I don't think you've put the settings right. And I was like, what do you mean? And it's like, refresh your stream right now. And I refreshed my stream. I was at like 200 followers or something. I previously had like 4,000. I was like, oh no. Oh no. I went back to the Commander Root website. And yeah, I had not set the settings right. Instead of banning everyone from the past 2 hours, I was banning everyone who had ever followed me. And so it just banned my entire community. And that clip like made it to LSF.
Yep.
And I actually got back more followers than I lost. It was actually the most genius marketing tactic. It was all calculated.
Exactly. It's throwing for content.
It is literally throwing for content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That was funny.
That's insane. But speaking of throwing for content, you're not going to throw this weekend, are you? You're going to emerge Minesweeper World Champion?
I will definitely be Minesweeper World Champion. Yes, for sure. It's not like everyone else is literally twice as fast as me.
Yeah, so I was going to say, what is competitive Minesweeper? Is it just like speed? Is it difficulty? Is it accuracy and efficiency, or like stats that are done as well? Like what are like the different categories that you guys will be competing in?
Yeah, I can get into it. A little bit of the technical parts of the Minesweeper World Championship. So, there's 3 events that will happen during Madrid. The first one is the official Minesweeper World Championships, which is, to be honest, the most boring format. But what it is you sit down at a computer, you have 3 hours, and your combined fastest 5 intermediate times plus fastest 5 expert times within those 3 hours. That's your score, and you want to get the lowest time possible.
Yep.
That's it. It's just 3 hours of grinding Minesweeper.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like classic chess, where like the 3 hour like over the board games is like the prestigious. It's like what determines the world champion. But a lot of people genuinely agree is like the most boring way to do chess. And like speed and blitz are definitely like they're
more exciting. Yeah.
So, okay.
There's actually a huge controversy because in the official Minesweeper World Championships, you are required to do this thing called L+R chord. I don't know if you've heard about this. Have you heard about this whole controversy?
I believe I vaguely saw like you and Gusteau talk about it for a little bit. But.
Okay, it's so there's a mechanic in the game you can do called chording, where you click on a number and it reveals every single square around that number. Yes. In many people, especially the newer community members, play on this website called Minesweeper.online, where by default chording is just left click, and so all you need to do is left click to chord, but in original Windows Minesweeper, in order to chord, you had to do left and right mouse button at the same time. You had to click 2 buttons. And so in the official Minesweeper World Championships, they're using like the rule set from like decades ago. And so like we're all required to do L+R chord, even though that's like not what a lot of people do today. And so it's like this whole
have the
like
muscle memory for it.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like this whole debate of like, we should have L chord, and then Ralak being like, no, we can't.
I would say Relic kind of based. I did get to interact with him. Zilia also did a Madrid-a-thon. And we did there was a talent show.
Yep.
And I thought I was going to do really fucking bad because like I just didn't know what the bar was. I had a talent, and even though my talent is ass, the fact that I showed up with a talent put me above everyone else who just showed up to do a funny bit. But Rolak showed up. He starts fucking beatboxing like a god. And I was like, all right, my bad, Pimp. So he ended up getting first. I ended up getting second because I can balance things really well on my finger.
Yeah, I heard you balanced like a chair or something.
Yeah. And so I just like did this, and I did like a chair and a sword and like some other stuff.
Nice.
And that was it. And that's enough to get second place, apparently.
I mean, it's a Twitch talent show contest. You can't, we're not expecting,
Because I literally went first because I was like, my talent is going to be ass. I'm going to like set a nice low bar for everyone. And then fucking like like people showed up and was like, oh, I'm just going to like do some impressions. Oh, I'm going to like slap some makeup on my face real quick. And I was like, oh, so I had like a real talent as opposed to just like showing up and running a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, I don't know. I ended up feeling bad because I feel like I BM'd a little by like the way I was like, oh, I'm just going to go first and set a low bar. I was like, oops.
Oopsie. But hey, second place. Good job. But back to Minesweeper.
Minesweeper, the most important.
The whole tangent with the L+R chord. That's just something I wanted to mention because I think it's really funny. Yeah, L+ ratio. The second event that's going to happen is this thing called Chord Cup, which in my opinion is the most exciting event because Chord Cup is 1v1. There's a whole bracket, and you're literally 1v1ing someone, same board initially. If you blast it, resets. But like, you have the same board, and it's just race to like 5 or however many. I don't know how many games you have to win, but it's like it's just literally like you're 1v1ing someone else, which is very cool, very fun to watch.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I was the winner of the world's first Chord Cup.
Nice.
Didn't take it. It was Swiss format back then. Right now, it's a double elim, but back when it was Swiss, and the first Chord Cup ever was a beginner Chord Cup, so like. I got paired. I got like matched with like beginners, and so I have not in my entire career, I've not lost a single game in Chord Cup, which is I'm the only person to ever do that, and I'm a winner of Chord Cup, the first one. So I'm going to ruin that by competing in the Chord Cup in Spain.
No, you're actually gonna go undefeated.
I'm gonna go undefeated. Yeah.
The first 40-0 Chord Cup winner. Yeah.
But yeah, as of right now. I have the perfect record. I could retire. I could be the best Chord Cup player to ever do it.
That's actually what we're going to clipbait this as. Interviewing the world's best Chord Cup player.
Dude, the Minesweeper community would actually be so pissed off. Because I'm actually so bad. It's actually disrespectful to people who are good at Minesweeper. But yeah, the Court Cup is really fun. I think that's going to be the most hype event to watch. Okay. And then the third event is this thing called the Minesweeper Royale, which is Minesweeper.online is just, you have like 3 hours to like compete in different styles of gameplay. So there's going to be like high difficulty or like speed or like efficiency. And it's just like the top 3 of all of those categories like win something.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's like more varied. But yeah, those are the 3 events.
Yeah. So if any of that interests you guys should go tune in this weekend and watch. Will be doing a 24-hour charity stream on Saturday, and we will be watching the Cord Cup on stream.
Hell yeah. Hopefully I'll be commentating. So
sick.
You might see me. We actually don't know. I don't know. Ralloc has been so busy setting this up. I actually feel so bad for him because like he definitely should have help next time. But like the logistics are all, I have no idea what's happening with streaming. I don't know if we're allowed to stream because I'm banned. And if I stream, is it considered ban evading? Like we might stream on YouTube to get around that. I don't know. It's going to be fun.
But for those who don't know anything about Minesweeper, is there a way like one of us could like learn something about Minesweeper?
I can teach. I know everything there is to know about Minesweeper. Like literally everything.
As the world's best Minesweeper player, we've been
as the world's best Minesweeper player.
That's why you
confirmed.
click this video. It is the title.
I can teach you Minesweeper. I've made a presentation, and by me, I mean a friend of the community named 5Pete.
Shout out 5Pete, the goat.
Shout out 5Pete, my goat. So, by the way, I did no preparation for this presentation. I'm sure in the past, viewers of this show have been treated to actual educational content that like actually had some thought put into it. I am reading this for like the first time. Let's fucking do this.
I will say, at least when I'm doing the episodes, the amount of slideshows that get finished 5 minutes before recording is insane. It's damn near 100%. I think I've only had like 2 of mine done beforehand.
All right. Are you seeing this?
Yes, the 5P guide to Minesweeper and what I've learned in 11 days.
Yeah. So 5P, this is a slideshow that 5P made in his second week of playing Minesweeper. So total novice. He was like, I think it would be so funny if I made a presentation and presented it as if I knew what I was talking about. And it ended up being hilarious. So I wanted to share this with you, you know. And for you non-Minesweeper players out there, this is the perfect guide. It's from the point of view of a complete beginner.
A little bitch idiot who doesn't know anything, just like you.
Yeah, exactly. You fucker. You fucking idiot. All right, let's get started. This is the 5P guide to Minesweeper. I want you to forget everything you think you know about Minesweeper.
So is everything not a 1-2?
No, you
it's a 1-1. Fuck! Actually, I fucked up the quote already.
You fucked it up already, but it doesn't matter because we're forgetting everything you think you know.
Okay.
We're coming in with a blank slate, all right? Wipe your mind clean. Close your eyes. This is a whole new world we're about to enter. We're going to talk about the stone cold facts. All right.
And facts don't
and that
hurt
is,
feelings.
They do not. Corners are really helpful. They're the first things to look for when you click on a Minesweeper board. There's gonna be corners everywhere, usually with a 1 in the corner. Just like in self-defense, okay? There's this move, a really good defensive move called the spear, where you're spearing someone else. These corners are exactly the spears you need to win the combat that is Minesweeper, okay? These can help you pierce through into the rest of the board, and they are where you want to start.
I didn't know we were going to battle already.
No, Minesweeper is a battle. You are literally trudging through an entire minefield to get to the other side. You know, it's war. It's war out there.
All right, this recontextualizes everything I thought I knew.
Yeah, no, this is crazy stuff. There's also corners that are concave. A concave corner only exists as a 3, 4, or a 5. For example, this is a 3. The concave 2 peddles falsehoods. Okay, you see this too? There's 3 squares around it. And you can take a guess, but gambling is a sin in the eyes of God. And you do not want to guess. Okay? Because it is punishable by death. This is like the ball in the cup kind of.
But what, imagine Minesweeper World Championship on the line, you just fucking send it down mid on a 50-50.
Yeah. You would be a fool to do that. And God would punish you. You always lose the 50-50. So don't do that. I hope this metaphor is really good. Okay. Another formation to talk about. This one's called the lighthouse or the peninsula. Functionally a double convex corner. You see? This is a corner. Can you see my mouse, by the way?
It'll be fine.
Okay.
We can't, but Yegog will figure it out. In Yegog we trust.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Okay, pretend like you can see my mouse. You see, this is a corner. This is another corner. Together, they make one big lighthouse. This is the savior when you're lost at sea. The lighthouse guides you into port. Okay? You're gonna find these lighthouses. It will lead you to victory. Great.
Inshallah, we find them.
Islands. Need I say more?
That's all day, baby.
That's all day, baby. They're surrounded. You just put flags on them. Boom, you're done. Beautiful. Now, my favorite. The hanging two. All right? Hanging twos. It's just two twos right next to each other. And there's two squares left. So where do the bombs have to go? They have to go where the two twos are. So classic hanging two looks like this. It's horizontal. Horizontal. But there are variations. If you flip the hanging two like a Tetris piece, okay? Like if you press the button to make it rotate in your mind. If you can rotate the apple in your mind, this part will make sense. Otherwise,
I'm actually a shambles right now.
I'm sorry if you can't do that, but you should have been born better. Anyways, there's a vertical hanging two. Imagine it like you on the edge of a cliff. This is the hanging vertical two. There's also the upside down vertical hanging two. I don't know why 5Pete used this example because this is a 3-2. But it's fine. Imagine the 3 was a 2. This would be an upside down vertical hanging 2. And of course, the inverted hanging 2. Classic Minesweeper pattern. This is all terminology that 5Pete came up with, by the way. And it's so funny. I use these terms to this day because I think it's hilarious. The hanging 2, a classic. Okay. Oh, baby, a triple. Is that a 3 I spot? A 3? Next to a wall of squares where there's only 3 left? A wall 3 is a guaranteed W. In the business, we call this a wall bang. All right? You see a 3 next to a wall, that's a wall bang. That's a flag, flag, flag. Say no more. I'm there.
I really like that term. I'm pretty sure you guys came up with that term, and it's never been used in any other
It's
context.
never been used in a different context. Minesweeper came up with wall bang, and then other people appropriated it. It's fucked up. But yeah.
It's just people punching down on the Minesweeper community. It's tough out here for an esport.
It really is. It really is. Okay, we have 8s. These are the most coveted, prized possessions of any Minesweeper player. In a Minesweeper player's repertoire, in their greatest games, they all have an 8 in them. 8s are both a blessing and a curse because all surrounding boxes are bombs and you have no other information. You are a hermit living inside in Plato's cave where you don't know anything about the outside, where you think you do, but you're actually a fool. You actually know nothing.
No bitches, no hoes, no info.
So that's the 8. Okay, I guess we're moving on to theory. Woo! Congratulations on making it past section 1, the stone cold facts.
Yeah,
Section 2, theory.
It's time to theorize some bitches.
There are plenty of bitches to theorize on Minesweeper. Fun fact. Okay, this is
Sorry, just the terminology of Twitter is crazy.
This is the most important. If you're gonna take anything away from this lesson, it's this sequence of events, because you're gonna see it a lot in Minesweeper. and it is quite possibly the most important pattern. It's the straddle to tweener to inside straddle to backyard clear. So let's take you through every step. We have a straddle. When you see a 1, a 2, and a 1, you know that the bombs are directly underneath the 1s. We call this a straddle. They're straddling the 2, hence the name. The initial straddle 2 is crucial to begin with. This is the start of what could be a glorious pattern. Now, tweener. This is when you click inside. This number is in between these 2 flags. That's why we call it a tweener. Makes sense? Makes sense? You following?
Damn, he's actually a genius, a visionary.
Inside straddle. Now you've entered the cave. You've gone further than anyone has ever gone. You've discovered there's another side. And guess what? It's another 1, 2, 1. That's an inside straddle. Because you're straddling the inside now.
Okay.
And finally, if you're lucky, you know, this doesn't happen every day. But if you get lucky, past the 2 is just empty space. You've reached the other side and you're free to go. That's called a backyard clear. Look at that. It's like a lawn. All this green space, you've reached the end. So the straddle tweener inside straddle to backyard clear combo, it's like your bread and butter of Minesweeper.
I wish I was being straddled on both sides while my backyard was getting cleared.
There's a lot of you'd be surprised how much sex is in Minesweeper.
As at Minesweeper players, they fuck. All right.
We are definitely not virgins. We're definitely not all virgins. We definitely didn't make a poll in the Minesweeper community Discord of "Are you a virgin?" and 80% of people said they were virgins. We didn't do that. We're actually all gigachads who have had sex. Yes, this is true.
My favorite group of sex havers.
Yeah. Some important notes. A tweener 1 to an inside straddle 1 also gets the job done for the backyard clear. I don't know what that means. I am not sure what 5Pete meant when he said that. But write that down in your notes.
The inner machinations of his mind are an enigma.
A 3 or more in the tweener spot kills the combo. You're fishing, you're hoping, praying to God that it's a 2. Because if it's not a 2 in the tweener, you're fucked. You can't go anywhere. You're stopped at straddle to tweener. When what we're looking for, again, say it with me, straddle to tweener to inside straddle to backyard clear.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Woo.
obviously. Okay. The 1-1 wall.
You guys need to come up with an acronym for that.
We just call it a 1-1, but this is actual theory. We've actually, okay, everything else, I'm going to say it. Everything we have done to this point, I'm going to drop the facade. Everything we've done up to this point is nothing. Nothing really was ever taught. This is actual theory. I'm so proud of Pete. Pete actually put something of substance into the presentation. I'm so proud of him. Okay. This is a 1-1 wall. There's a free space on the non-wall side of the 1-1 wall. Okay? Within these 2 squares is a coin flip. And remember what we said about gambling. Gambling is a sin in the eyes of God. We don't want to take this coin flip because you will always lose. So you just take the free space. Under the 1 lives an evil goblin that will offer you a coin flip. Okay? Don't listen to the evil goblin. I know you want to. I know you want to flip the coin. Don't do it. You will lose. Just take the free spot and move on. By the way, that's a straddle tweener. That's huge. That's huge. That's big. That's big. Adding on to the 1-1 wall, the 1-2 buckle my shoe. All right. Wait, I just realized these 2 slides are 2 different situations. Pete, why did you? Okay, disregard the second picture because that one's not right. The first one though, perfect example. This is the 1-2 buckle my shoe. The 1 is open. These 2 squares in the middle, that's a coin flip. The goblin, don't listen to the goblin. Underneath it, though, is a bomb, and that's the buckle my shoe. Okay? Do not take the coin flip. But You know that there's a bomb underneath the 2. If I was actually trying to teach Minesweeper, I'd like explain why, but I think it's funnier if I don't tell you why. Just believe it.
You can use this video as a resource to go enter the Minesweeper World Championships.
Yeah,
this weekend in Madrid, Spain.
I feel like if you watch this video and you hear me present about Minesweeper, you could probably get like 5th place easily. Like no practice. Just watching this is enough. Party in the middle. Woo woo. Yeah, put dance music right now. The 1s are the walls to the house party under the 2s. Yeah, if there's a 1 2 2 1, you know the bombs are underneath the 2s. That's where all the fun is happening. Fuck the 1s. Those are the walls. And we want to tear down walls. Isn't that right? Yes.
Fuck 12 and fuck 1.
Yes, exactly. Section 3, getting past the Stumper. I don't remember this part. What is this?
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
The jet sweep. I think he made a football analogy here. But the thing is, I don't know anything about sports. So, similar to what this slide says, I have no idea what's going on here.
I think it just means sometimes, like, if you end up with this 1 here and you chord that, it'll just like blow open a big space for you. Sometimes.
It will. Okay, yeah, that's probably true. If you are stuck on the top, you might want to hit it from the bottom because there might be information there that you're not seeing, and then it might be easier. Like for this example, like I don't know what's happening up top, but if you go near the bottom, oh, you get more info, which leads to even more info, which helps you solve the board. That's it. That was it. Okay.
That's the whole section.
We're on section 4
now. Sometimes you just get lucky.
Common pitfalls. Hubris. You are not better than the board, and there is no guaranteed win. We must thank Minesweeper.online for providing us with boards on which to play. Okay? Sometimes you can't win. You just can't win. But the times you do, that's worth celebrating. By the way, this is the face that happens when you click on a bomb. This is the face that happens when you beat a board.
Sheesh.
Guys, I got a freaking Minesweeper tattoo.
It's kind of better than my meme tattoo of having Stan's name tattooed on my ankle.
I forgot you did that.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, where is that tattoo?
It's on my left ankle.
Wait, you gotta show us. Yo, it stands. Oh, that's nice.
I didn't even win that episode.
It is crazy that you got a tattoo and didn't win. That's so fucked up.
Yeah, but it did set me up for a joke in the next episode where I made a T-shirt that said I got this stupid tattoo and all I got was tied 2nd place.
Nice.
Yo, Game of Thrones, how topical.
Third wheeling / eavesdroppers. You may think you have it solved, but the eavesdropper will betray you. Okay? This looks like a party in the middle, right? 1 2 2 1. The bombs are under the 2s. Okay? But there's an eavesdropper. There's a flag already there. And it fucks up the whole party. Okay? Keep your head on a swivel. There's always enemies lurking around every corner. Make sure they don't fuck up your patterns. Coin flip. Don't get it twisted. You will lose every time. It's a trick coin with 2 faces and both are the one you didn't pick. Amen. 5P knows what he's talking about. Yes, true. And that's it. That's all of Minesweeper.
Hell yeah.
Now you are ready to play the game and you can go out and beat an expert board. I know you can do it. Good job. Thank you for watching 5Pete's Guide to Minesweeper, what I learned in 11 days.
And thank you guys for watching another wonderful episode of the Softlock Cafe. Shout out Evan for coming on. I appreciate you. Hashtag unban Evan. Go check out Minesweeper Worlds this weekend. Support the community. All the jazz. Anything you want to shout out?
Yes. Yeah, watch the Minesweeper World Champs. You can't follow me on Twitch anymore, but you can subscribe to my YouTube. I think it's just look up Evan Gao on YouTube. You'll find me.
No underscore? You betrayed the underscore?
They wouldn't let me. I think someone took Evan_Gao. It's actually so annoying.
That's actually so BM.
Yeah.
He was legally gonna get his middle name changed. To
I
underscore.
was. That was gonna be a donation goal. We didn't get to it, but I did get a Minesweeper tattoo. I think it looks pretty neat.
Yeah, awesome. Alrighty. All right, well, cool. Thank you guys. See you guys next week for not a guest episode.
Thanks for having me on. Bye bye.